Hi, this is Randy Finney with Right Side of the Chart, and this is an early session update for Tuesday, August 30th, 2022. It is 10:36 Eastern Time as I'm starting the video, so we're 1 hour into the trading day. I usually like to see how things start playing out, and I wanted to do a quick update on the equity markets and give you some levels to watch. So those flags did end up playing out. As I told you, I was watching those very closely all night. That we kind of just floundered around in the futures, and we were even up about 1% at one point. But this morning it was clear. So this is, let me show you a different board. They have clearly broken to the downside, and I'm going to give you some targets. Remember, that's the measure target there. Same, I covered this yesterday, 289.50 if they play out. And so you can see we had, that was for yesterday's candle, the breakdown yesterday, and then nothing but red sticks this morning. We took out the lows. However, I am not targeting that. I had layered stops this morning. Since the open, they did nothing but fade the open, and that caused those flags to continue to play out. However, let me show you the targets that I have here. I want to get this video to you real quick. It's easier to cover all my thoughts in a video than to whip up some static charts. So I'm going to put a line there, right there. That might coincide with what I'm looking at on NQ. 296. Remember, the measure target goes all the way to 298.50. That's the length of the flagpole added to the top of the flag. However, we have some decent support. Let me look at the futures. Let me go there, show you, because that's what I'm actively trading. Okay, so remember, we still have the primary uptrend line. I know this chart's busy. I've got a lot of lines going here, but this is the primary uptrend line off the lows on the futures, very well defined. The mid-June lows, that is, and we're almost there. Plus, if you recall, this was a big level to me. We had this multiple highs here early on in the rally right there, triple, and then a breakout and a back test, and that's all coming in right here. So we're about to where I suspect we'll bounce. You know, if the flag plays out, you want to try to trail it down. You can, you know, if you're short, you can run a trailing stop and try to hold out for the prize, meaning the whole measured target right there. But again, big support here. I'd be surprised if the buyers don't step in there and truncate the flag, or at least get a bounce. But I'll tell you, the nature of a flag, it's either going to play out. They usually play out with an equally impulsive move. So to get anything more than just a little hiccup there, or to slice right through it, probably means that's all you're going to get. And again, big support right there. Both uptrend line and just a hair below it. Coming in around 236. I've got an order to start reversing, covering, and start reversing at 286.50. So I'm a little bit above there. I could modify that. So those are your levels right there to watch. Again, here I'll zoom in. I know you probably couldn't see it well. There it is. There's impulsive move down, flag, breakdown, and there's that trend line coming in with starting to come in with price support. Now S&P 500, look, ES, you can see same thing. Here's the measured target of the flag. What this is a head and shoulders measured target. I had a head and shoulders, I noticed, on the ES right here for 4109 neckline with a left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and then for that pattern you take the distance from the top of the head to the neckline, and then you add that. So that gives your measured target. And that is roughly about the same. You see you have a confluence of support down here, which is above the measured target for the flag. So that's what I would say maximum there, but I suspect we're going to, this move out of here, this breakdown out of the flag will be truncated in reverse and bought into soon, primarily because NDX is a leading index, the Nasdaq 100. And then let me just look at QQQ, show you my other board here. Okay, so forever and a day I've harped on this level right there. There's those three highs. I just showed you on NQ the back test, and that's 296.35. So, you know, like I said yesterday, if we break down, that's very good support, and it's well above that measured target. So that's what we're looking at there. Still the potential, and we haven't confirmed it yet, potential positive divergence if we reverse soon. If we play out, the flag plays out to the full measured target. And then there's support just below it right here. Let me turn that level on just in case we get some wild type sell-off and we keep going down through the measured target. 287.43, good support below that. But again, I'm favoring a reversal before the thing the pattern plays out to its full measured target. And just a quick check on the market leaders. Apple taking out that trend line now. See the flag is playing out below the trend line. Big gap support right here. Big old gap. There's 157 and change, about 157.11. You have Microsoft also breaking out of the flag. Uptrend line's quite a bit lower in Microsoft there, so you do have some downside before you come into that support on Microsoft. It's right now, you've got a big old gap right here too. Alphabet, same thing, breaking out of, that's a bearish pennant. Pennant takes this shape right here like a wedge, where the flag is even like that. But they're the same, they're close cousins, they're identical measured targets and everything else. So that's the big support there, about 105.60 on Microsoft. So this is just kind of eyeballing where the support levels are. I would pull this line down a little on Amazon, 125.37. So again, if you look at the measured targets on all these, they're farther than where some decent supports start coming in. It's certainly possible. There's a gap right there. If Amazon wants to fill that gap, that's going to roughly coincide with a measured target. But that's where we're at now. I just wanted to give you those levels and tell you that yes, we've taken out the trend line right now on the Nasdaq 100. Depending on how you draw, if you want to be liberal with it, you can do this. That's my flag page. I can draw this trend line here and grab the low, low in June right there, mid-June lows, and come in, and instead of capturing all these candles like I was, just the bottom of that candle right there, and then that puts you right on the trend line now. So that's all I did, is I came in a little bit lower. There's a wick, the shadow, the skinny part, or a tail I should say, on that candle, and that would put us right on that trend line now. So anywhere from there, there's a big old gap right here. We're coming up on decent support down to, and pretty big support around 296, as I mentioned. So that would, again, if it gets ugly, we smash on through there, yeah, then we'll probably hit the measured target or come to one of these support levels around there. But until then, like I said, I think they'll step in soon here, and most likely that's where I'd see it bouncing, is right here on that trend line on NQ. And look at this. If we do, well, I'll tell you what, whether we hit the trend line or not, I'm going to move this line right here. Whether we go to the full measured target or even a little bit beyond, one thing is almost certain, if that happens, is we're guaranteed. Right now we have positive divergence. It's unconfirmed, but you can see this. So we go a little bit lower and then reverse, you're going to have pretty strong divergence here on the 60-minute chart right there. And all right, so those are your levels to watch. 281 is a big number, or 12,181. I'm sorry, 12,181 up to about 12,264 and the trend line. So we're getting very close to where we're likely to see some buyers start stepping in there. So. All right, let me wrap it up here, get the video out to you. Those are the levels to watch, support zone, if you will, right about here. And then there's that full measured target. So certainly a possibility. I had an alternative trend line as well that I've highlighted before coming in, and just a whole bunch of support down below. So that's where I think we reverse. Anywhere from here, obviously you can't rule out the full measured target move. And so I'll give you an update if and when we hit any of these levels. Oh, there it is. I just got the order filled. Sorry. All right, so my shorts are now covered, and it started to scale me into longs, and I'm just going to continue to scale down today into longs, and I'll also trade off the look at the intraday charts, 5-minute charts, 15-minute charts, things like that. All right, I'm going to wrap it up here under 10 minutes, get the video out to you guys. This has been Randy Finney with Right Side of the Chart. Have a great day.